I'm in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and I'm here to figure out what exactly there is to do in this city, besides this. Since I'm already at the field, I went to the Hall of Fame Museum first.
Where's bro's head at?
But don't worry, this video is about the city of Green Bay, not the football team. I don't go to a lot of sports, so I didn't realize just how big these stadiums are. I also didn't realize how passionate football fans could be. There were a couple of grown-ass men about to bust at this museum. And everyone has their thing. I get it, look, I'm into these little bean things. Oh shit. Fucking so tough to set back up though. But honestly, I don't really like American sports. The same exact teams playing the same exact teams for decades with no real risk apart from losing if they suck. And no new teams ever being allowed to join. Count your days, American sports. There's no real stakes. Whatever happened to death to the loser? They do it overseas and call it relegation. But all jokes aside, the museum was pretty cool. And to be honest, I like the Packers too. They're the only NFL team that's owned by shareholders instead of one billionaire. 539,000 or more shareholders, and that's almost 5 times the population of Green Bay. The only downside is I bet those owners don't all get their own box seat.
I wonder who the halftime performer was in Super Bowl II.
Green Bay has a population of 107,000 people, which is pretty low for a major metropolitan area. So, since I've just arrived at the hotel, I think we should head downtown and see if the vibes match the population, or if it feels even bigger. The downtown looks really good and has an interesting layout with the river cutting through, the city on either sides, and drawbridges to get to either sides.
Damn, that's a steep road.
However, of note, I didn't see any boaters on the river on this trip. I expected to see kayaks and fisher boats, stuff like that. Nothing, not a single boat. It's a really cool space, however, downtown dining is a little bit lacking. And there are places to go, don't get me wrong, I went to a few, but not really as many as you would expect there to be. And without dining options, cool places to go and shop, not even any grocery options, a good looking downtown is really just that. There's not much utility to it. However, these were the places I went to eat. Out of these places, I really enjoyed Fox Harbor Pub. They have great pub food and they have a patio that looks out over the river. Delilah's is a breakfast restaurant with a nice vibe and they serve water in glass bottles, European style, which is how I like it. The less time somebody comes to the table and reaches over me to pour water, the better. I love to do it myself. Just allow me, please. And I got the biscuits and gravy, which are crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, and delicious. And Republic Chop House, which is an upscale steakhouse that I went to on my last night. It's pretty pricey, but the food was really good and I figured I'd treat myself. So even if the downtown is a bit of a bummer, I'm here to find fun, and fun I shall find. Today I was gonna go to a couple wildlife reservations up north, but it's raining kind of hard right now. And that doesn't really matter because it will stop raining, but I was told that when it rains really hard, the mosquitoes come out in droves. And they're thirsty for my blood. Instead, I went to a few museums. First was the National Railroad Museum, where they even have a functional train that you can ride. A few of my favorite exhibits were US Army 101, which was supposed to be a war train in World War II, but never made it overseas. And the Aero Train, which could go up to 102 miles per hour, but it got a little bit shaky going over 60 miles an hour. So that, plus a derailment, left this train with a very short operational lifespan, but it did look pretty cool. These trains are massive and insane feats of engineering. Here's a look at the inside of one of the engines. This museum has so many trains and passenger cars, it's definitely worth the stop. And now to go see what killed the train in the United States, the automobile. The Automobile Gallery is fittingly housed inside of an old Cadillac dealership. They have a lot of well-kept, shiny cars on display and an incredibly nice front desk staff. Shout out to you guys. In the gallery, they have a mixture of old and new cars. Fortunately for me, when I was there, they had the James Bond collection, which showcased many cars from the films, and they were the actual cars used on camera. My favorite was the car with a camera mounted in place of the hood for close-up shooting, but there were all kinds of cool mods for the films. If you like cars, the Automobile Gallery is well worth the $15 admission price. When the rain finally stopped, it was time for a bike ride. I rode for a few miles on the Fox River State Trail, which, you'd be surprised to find out, runs alongside the Fox River. It's a well-maintained trail with great river views and nice green corridors. The trail is paved, at least for the part that I was on. I only rode about 2 miles, and the whole trail is in total 26 miles, and I believe the back half is gravel, but I hear it's still very well maintained. I saw some signs that indicate that you may be expected to pay to ride on this trail, but I didn't read them. Ignorance is bliss. And then, with no more rain in the forecast, I decided to head down to Bay Beach. There's a wildlife sanctuary and an amusement park down there. But let's start with the sanctuary. Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary is a 535-acre wildlife refuge where they help injured animals and give them a home if they aren't able to be released back into the wild. They have miles of trails to explore and numerous wildlife exhibits to admire. And the best part is, it's completely free to enter.
The mirror is a bear, but in the mirror, there's a wolf.
And speaking of wolves, they have them. They were cleaning the habitats, so unfortunately, this is all I could get. I actually wasn't able to get that much footage of animals, but it is a rehabilitation place, so these animals probably had something better to do. I did see some geese, some turkey, and a wild deer though.
But hello there, my friend. It just disappears into the fallen trees. That boardwalk almost got smashed.
I was hiking this trail and I just got swarmed by mosquitoes. I gotta get out of here, bro. The mosquitoes have found a way into my clothing. I regret to report. Those mosquitoes absolutely decimated me. I can feel at least 24 mosquito bites coming on right now. And usually I wear longer clothes in the woods, but I didn't think it'd be this much of a problem today. I was wrong.
So between the lack of animals, the closed trails, the mosquitoes, the fallen trees, I didn't really enjoy my time here, but I'm sure most people on most other days would say this is awesome, and I would be one of those people. I just happened to be there on the wrong day. Fortunately, right next door was the amusement park. The rides there cost between 1 and 6 tickets to ride, and tickets only cost 25 cents. I went to the Ferris wheel first because I wanted to ride it and get a really good view of the bay, but they told me single riders aren't allowed. Discrimination. So, unfortunately, I had to get my view of the bay from the ground. They were beautiful though. Next, and also finally, I wanted to go on the Zippin' Pippin. This coaster was actually opened in Libertyland in Memphis, Tennessee in 1976, but was actually around before that in a different location. When Libertyland closed, Green Bay purchased the blueprints and built a replica. It is known as the oldest operating wooden coaster in North America, though, again, this one is technically a replica. I walked up to this thing confidently, and let me tell you, I'm not a roller coaster guy. I don't like going up into the air, I don't like going upside down, I don't like drops, but I said, it's a wooden roller coaster, how bad could it really be? It was scary, I'm not gonna lie. I did not give it the respect it deserved. The amusement park has a bunch of other rides too, but it is mostly geared towards kids. Also, there were a lot of kids there, and it was only getting busier. It was time for me to head out. Overall, I would rate my time in Green Bay as okay. The people are very friendly, but I didn't really find enough to keep me busy for the 2.5 days I was there, and part of that was because of the bad weather, but I'm also sure I missed something. So if you're from Green Bay, or if you frequent there, let me know in the comments what I missed so anybody watching this video who might be getting ready to visit Green Bay won't miss that. But that's it for me for today. Thanks for watching. Bye!